As I'm sure most of you know, the most hyped movie of the summer, The Dark Knight, is rapidly approaching its theatrical release here in the United States. And of course, undoubtedly coming with it is a comparison of the two big-name Jokers that have been on the big screen. And that's Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger. Now, as I'm sure most of you know, my boy Jack did it the first time around, and to be quite honest, I think the man did an incredible job with the role. He marvelously, portrayed the character, and I think he was phenomenal. But whether people want to admit it or not, the Batman of 1989 actually changed the landscape of the superhero movie forever. But now you have these new age clowns in town, coming around disrespecting the entire body of work. Saying stuff like, Jack Nicholson's Joker, that was pure garbage. Or, Heath Ledger's Joker, that was the best Joker of all time. And people have been saying this kind of thing since, the release of the first theatrical trailer, which we got to see, what was it, like 25 seconds of Joker footage? Now, I'm not saying that Heath Ledger isn't the best Joker of all time, but what I am saying is, not 25 seconds he ain't. Shoot, what y'all smoking? Don't think y'all actually realize how good Jack Nicholson actually was in that movie. Shoot, and if you don't, better call somebody and find out, bro. 25 seconds of Heath Ledger Joker footage, and that makes him the best Joker of all time. That's just ignorant. You know what I got to say to people like, that spouting off at the mouth before the movie even comes out? Until you see the movie, shut the F up! Hey, it's just some old BS. You know what else is some old BS? Oscar for the Joker! All this Oscar talk from people who have only seen 10 minutes max, well, maybe 16 minutes if you want to count that 6-minute, bootleg trailer that's floating around on the internet out there. 16 minutes max of Heath Ledger's performance without any kind of context or anything like that. Yeah, and that's already Oscar worthy. So yeah, that is just so incredibly ridiculous to me. Like, it's so ridiculous, I'm actually going to make an entire another video dedicated to this one subject and upload that a little bit later on. But until then, I would like to reiterate this one thing to all you Oscar happy people out there. Until you see the movie, shut the F up! Now, film critics, they're a different story. They've actually seen the movie, private screenings and whatnot, so they're actually entitled to their opinions. However, gotta keep in mind that we do have a decent young talented actor who just died recently, and despite what people may say, film critics are human. So deaths tend to trigger emotion, and that tends to allow us to exaggerate how good a performance actually is. So I'm going to have to remain skeptical about his performance actually being Oscar worthy or not. I'm sure it's good. I mean, the reviews are out, everybody's saying it's amazing, so I'm sure it's good, but I'm not sure about Oscar worthy. Just going to have to wait until the movie comes out to find that out for myself. And like a lot of you, I'm definitely looking forward to his performance. It looks like it's going to be quite a show. In any case, I'll be here to provide a more objective look and comparison between the two Jokers when it's all said and done. Because, I mean, really, my boy Jack has just been massively disrespected. I mean, he's been disrespected by people that weren't even born, when he's out doing his work. He's been disrespected by people that were still crawling around in diapers, when he was the only choice to play the Joker in a Batman movie. And, I mean, there was none of this controversial stuff like when Heath Ledger got the role. There's none of this, Brokeback Mountain is not suitable for the Joker, in the new Batman movie or whatever the heck that was. Yeah, there was one man to play the Joker. Before Tim Burton even got his hands on the project, one man suited to play the Joker. And that man was Jack Nicholson back in the day. So, yeah, man, he was getting mad paid for that role too. Mad paid for lighting that screen up. I'm not even gonna lie, when he was lighting it up, I was probably still around in diapers too, It was like, what, 2 decades ago? Yeah, almost 20 years ago. But at least, you know, I can acknowledge and recognize how great the man did the role. And, you know, the impact that the role had back in the day. The problem with a lot of the members of the American audience seeing the movie right now is that they've been ensnared by this thing called recency effect. Now what that is basically you get something new and shiny in front of your face, and because it's so new and shiny and right there in front of you, it takes precedence in your memory, and you automatically assume that it's better than a lot of the other things that you've stored in your memory banks. And I mean, Heath Ledger's Joker, you know, is fairly new and shiny, well, in a manner of speaking, and Jack Nicholson's Joker is rather old. Like I said, about 2 decades running. So a lot of you have probably forgotten about the detail that went into making Jack Nicholson fit the role of the Joker so well. So what I'll be doing is bringing that back to you. You know, catching your memories up to speed, reminding you why Jack Nicholson was the only choice for the Joker back in the day. You know, once everybody's had a chance to see this new movie and, you know, how Ledger's actually going to do for the full run. Which I have no doubt it's going to be good. But like I said, I'm looking forward to that full comparison between the two. And I can't wait to bring that to y'all. But in the meantime, I'll go ahead and, you know, make a comparison of the two Jokers. You know, Jack's full movie Joker versus Heath Ledger's preview Joker. And hopefully that'll tide you over and reiterate one of my former points, which was, until you see the movie, shut the F up! Oh, and those of you who say that you can't compare the two because they're two totally separate takes, are you listening to what you're saying? I mean, let me ask you something. Just let me ask you one thing. What would be the point of comparing two things that are exactly the same? Oh, wait. No, wait, no, I won't. Time's up! That's right. There is no point. And don't give me that apples to oranges crap. I don't care what nobody say. Those can be compared to. See, comparisons are meant to emphasize the differences between objects. And then people take criteria that they've already set and they use that criteria to judge which one they feel is better. So, yes, you can compare two things that are different takes or whatever. We do it all the time. Kind of like what I'll be doing right here. So I'll basically be setting some criteria down and measuring each Joker from each film against that. And I'll try to be as objective as possible with it. Maybe get some third-party opinions in on the matter. And we'll just see which Joker comes out on top after that. But regardless of which Joker wins one way or another, you know, I, like many of you, am just stoked about seeing this movie. But I'm just trying to make sure credit is given where credit is due. Oh, and one more thing. While we're talking about giving credit where credit is due, I just got to give props to the marketing team behind The Dark Knight. I mean, those guys are amazing. The whole Why So Serious campaign, the hitting up the Comic Cons, the exclusive trailers in select theaters, the whole media blitz for the past 4 months has just gotten the fans stirred into a frenzy. I mean, the movie is going to bring in mad bank thanks to you guys. So just mad props on that. And yeah, I mean, got me wanting to see the movie. The fans are in an uproar saying all kinds of crazy stuff and just dying to see the movie. So go see the movie. But just remember one thing. Until you see the movie, shut the F up. Peace.